kite step number 3. Really pay attention to this part. It's where a lot of people get mixed up. Normally in sewing we put right sides together, but on this step we are not going to put right sides against each other. We're going to put wrong sides together. So you'll look and see that you see your zigzags like this, so that the wrong sides are placed together. You'll line it up and put a pin right here in the bottom, holding it exactly together, and then you'll pin all the way up the edge and to the tip. Now, if your kite pieces are not exactly even, it's best to pin it together at the bottom, but then just even it up so at the top these edges are right together. You don't want to have them uneven. So I just pulled it out a little bit, and now this one is a little bit shorter. So when we go to sew this together, after you've pinned the whole edge, you're going to do a 1/4 inch seam allowance, and that's having the edge of your presser foot right against the shorter of the two lines. Okay, so your two fabrics, if they're not exactly the same size, be sure the edge of the presser foot is against the shorter one, and you're just going to be doing a 1/4 inch seam allowance there. Once you get that sewn, we can trim off the extra, or it will actually be going into the seam allowance. But at the very tip, okay, we've got this pinned together, and I'll go ahead and just put a pin holding this top edge exactly together. And we want those matching up on both sides. And then we'll put this down on the grid marks on our rotary cutting mat and just pull it down until you have it at 1 inch, where it's 1 inch from here to here. Then you'll just mark that with your marking pencil. Grab my marking pencil here. I'll make sure I have it 1 inch. This one's kind of sticking out there a little bit, but 1 inch would be right from there to there, because this will be cut off. Okay, that's gonna be tucked under like that. Once I've got that marked, I'm gonna go over to my sewing machine and stitch right along that 1 inch mark, and then I'm going to trim off a 1/4 inch away from that stitch line. I'm just going to trim off this extra fabric. Once you get that trimmed off, then you're ready to make your casing.